The Yap Master Flex himself. I go by TD like the bank. I'm in a spizzy right now with Ugrrpodcast. Let's get it.
TD, what does yacht mean?
Yap means a lot of things, but the my record label is Young African Plug. We got the merch right here. For me, I got some merch on me right now. Young African Plug. There's YP Records, but Yap really means a lot of things. Yap actually, as the term, as the slang for it really means boss move. You feel me? So like, if you see somebody out here yapping hard, that means that you're making some serious boss moves. You feel me? So like, I be yapping hard. You feel me? So it's like, when whatever I'm doing is some bullshit. You feel me? So that's what yapping is when you're using it as a slang. But yap actually means young African plug, and it's not only young African plug. You could be a young American plug. You could be a young Asian plug, a young Afghanistan plug. You know, young whatever. You feel me? As long as you yapping, you yapping.
So how did you come up with the name
I
Yap?
came up with the name Yap honestly. Hashtagging on Instagram or IG. You know, I was just feeling myself at a point in time where I felt like I was a young African plug. I hashtagged that, and I kept on using it so much to the point that I just you know started looking at it into acronyms. And when I seen YAP, I'm like, I'm jacking that, and then it just became me. You feel me? So that's that.
So what's the process when you're making music?
When I get inside the studio, I gotta get the gas. Whatever it is, Billy Kimber, white cherry gelato, whatever it is, cookies. I gotta get the gas for a fact. Gotta go get some water. Maybe depending on how I'm feeling on the day, might be some liquor. And then I just get inside the studio. I just listen to the beat, and then I just let the beat talk to me. So whatever I hear on the beat, whatever it's saying to me is whatever I'm gonna say back. So it's like I start talking. I just start talking my shit. I just listen to the beat. I just start yapping.
So how long you been making music?
I've been making music over 10 years, but when I was 17, in Africa, that's when I actually started making music when I was in Africa. My pops was paying for my studio time and all that when I was doing something basically productive with my time while I was down there. I learned how to make beats and all that. So that's when I actually started going to the studio and making a song. But then I actually started taking music serious when I actually got back over here. I say in 2014. I did my first track going 730 freestyle, and then ever since then I just been taking it to like throughout the years, I've just been upping it up, turning it up, turning up the levels and shit.
So how you feel about underground music right now?
I came up with, I listen to a lot of underground artists. I barely listen to anything mainstream, you feel me, unless it's just that song, you feel me. But I really listen to a lot of underground music. I support the underground at the end of the day. That's where the real talent is at, if you ask me. It's just that some people just need to know what they're doing with that talent and how to manifest that to get to the next level. Like, let's not get it twisted. I was raised out here. I came up here when I was 2 years old. I actually went back to Africa in 2009. Me and my brother, RP De Bogatti, YP De Bogatti. Like, we was doing what we was doing as young as, you feel me? Like, we was getting into bullshit, you feel me, as far as like regular shit, food and sidekicks, bikes, all that shit young teenagers was doing back in the days and shit like that. My mom's had enough of it. The last food he was on, the last lick he was on, basically, he ended up getting, in trouble for it and all that. My mom felt it was best for him to actually go back to Africa and all that. So I'm a smooth guy though, you feel me? I ain't get caught up from that. My mom, basically my moms don't know what was really going on with me, but just the fact that she was sending the other son down there, she sent me too along because she already know I'm on some bullshit too. Went down there, I actually enjoyed the experience afterwards, I'll say, like afterwards when I overlook it, it was like it was needed for me, It actually showed me who I am, and it made me the man who I am up to date. So I actually honor and respect the experience. So I'll say life in Africa overall was good. I'll say that. I could get into more depth about how life is living down there, maybe in the future.
Do you use your music to reflect on life?
I would say yeah. On my new songs, I reflect more on my life and the way how I live. And how I'm living and all that. So you could definitely hear more about me and learn about my lifestyle and personality on my new songs that'll be coming
So
out.
how do you feel about African music
I
now?
already know it was a matter of time before Afrobeats actually made its mark, in the industry, like universally, like globally. I already knew Afrobeats been it. I started making Afrobeats when I was 17. You know, it was actually on the radios down there and everything. I was actually coming up when Wizkid and a couple other guys like Davido was coming up them years back when I was in Nigeria when I was seeing them doing their thing. But you know, I also got offered a deal in London too for like about £60,000 or something like that. My father was the one who was able to get that situated for me, but I ain't want to actually sign that deal because I had a bigger vision for myself. I told myself that yo, like I already see my bros in the towns getting money already, like £60,000. We equal that up to dollars. That'll probably be like around 90,000, maybe 100 bands, cash US around that time. I already felt like, man, I'm gonna come to the States and put my mind to work and actually touch that money myself. I don't think I'll need to actually, like embark on that deal. But I just did my own thing. I came to the States, I made YAP records and stuff like that, and I actually was able to accumulate, you feel me, what they was offering, times more, So it's like everything happens for a reason. But then again, when I look back on the that opportunity, like you never know, I could have probably been bigger than where I am today because I would have been an international artist, and I would have probably been out of that deal around that time, and I would have been onto another deal. So like everything happens for a reason. Like you never know what's gonna be my future with YAP Records, though. So we're gonna see how this independent route takes on.
No lie, bro. I respect your music, man. Your craft. Trust me, bro. It's like a lot of young youths is gonna be listening to you, and they gonna want to imitate you. What you have to say about those youths listening even right now on this podcast?
I mean, never give up. Do your thing at all times. Like stop the dick riding, man. Like know what the hell you got going on. Know how you going. Focus on your path. Focus on what the hell you got going on. What's on your plate. Deal with the cards that you're dealt with. Like whatever you see you got going on, just push it. Push it all the way to the limit. There is no limit when you really figure that out. Once you get to that point, but just keep on pushing. That's all I can really say for the youngest.
From what you're telling me, I see that family means a lot to you. Can you tell the people how family means to you?
Like that's really self-explanatory. Family is everything at the end of the day. Friends. What's the last words when it comes to friends? It's end, right? All friends come to an end one day. Family's gonna be there forever. So at the end of the day, last letters in family is ILY, correct? In terms for I love you. Family's always gonna be there. Like whether thick or thin, whether it's a severe or even a petty situation, family's gonna be there. And that's something that I can't vouch for friends. So I'll say family is always important, forever and always.
So, do you have any plans on getting signed to anyone right now, or any insights or something like that?
One thing I'm gonna let people know off the rip: YP Records is confident, we're not cocky. So it's like we're open to listening to the opportunities and deals people may have for us, but not saying necessarily that we'll sign to anything right now. We're definitely very fine, taking on the independent route right now because everything we worked hard for all these years and all this time to actually build to where we got now was on our own. So it doesn't make no sense us just giving away all that, you know, and like with no actual beneficial or reasonable compensation. Understand? So it's like I'm open to talk money, but it got to be reasonable. I'm more open to like partnerships, or even distribution. We could work on that, but I put a lot into this craft, so it's like it's not gonna be easy for me just to let all that go for no
So,
reason. You
who's
understand?
your top five
I don't really
best
got a favorite artist. I just have icons who I look up to, and and then they definitely set the path for somebody like me to come up inside this music business.
plans for the rest of 2019 and 2020 to come?
Well, it's less chat more yet with that. I really can't let people know what's coming, but only thing I could really say is we working for the rest of 2019. This is the fourth quarter, so we trying to make sure as soon as the first quarter start for 2020, we ready, you know, booming from the basement to top of the top. You understand? We coming from the bottom all the way to the top. So just know that we coming and just know that we working.
So, how much projects you got out right now?
I'm not a fan of underappreciated music. I only have one tape right now that's out. It's called Let's Chat More Yap One. I feel like they still gotta go eat that up because that's still a classic mixtape to me. I feel like that's something that they gonna understand in the future. But I definitely have like tapes on tapes, like about 3, 4 tapes that's already lined up. That's work is already done, and then some that's almost finished. That's being ready to drop as well. The artworks is being worked on as we speak. But like I said, I'm just gonna be pushing maybe a couple of singles, a couple of videos until they understand where I'm coming from with my craftsmanship and how I'm working, and So once they understand how I'm bumming, I'm gonna drop it all, give y'all everything I need. Y'all gonna eat it up. Urgh.
From a source, I heard that you have a project coming out called No Deal. Can you tell us about that?
That's that when that the tape is self-explanatory. No deal. That tape is really showing you how YP Records is coming. No deal. So just wait for that. There's a lot of tunes that's already in the clubs fucking it up right now. Like No Talking, that was already in the strip clubs. It was already in the clubs fucking it up already. There's some tunes that's on the way that's real interesting. So like I said, just be on the lookout for everything that I'm putting out. TD Like the Bank, YP Records.
Anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to my double G. Shout out to all my niggas locked, man. Free Bino, free Peso, free Bentley Bugs, free Squirrel Pay. Niggas already know what it's here for. Shout out to all my niggas doing their thing. Shout out to all my niggas on the ground. Fuck all the dick riders. Niggas already know what it's hitting for. Double GYP shit. Yeah, y'all can follow me on Instagram, TD Like the Bank. There's a period in between every word, though. So TD period, like period, BA period, bank. Already know what it's hitting for with me, man. Let's chat more Yap. The Yap Master Flex himself.
I appreciate you for coming out. It's good having you.
Niggas already know what it's hitting for. Double GYP. Rec family in the building.
She know she in good hands, just like Allstate. You know how I'm bumming, all work, no play. And you know this shit is hard, just listen to the tape. Forgot to say, you ain't yapping hard, then you cannot relate. Hey, I can tell a freak from the mind state. Told that bitch my name Tom, give me my space. All work, no play.